When Al Aber said this was an educational show, now we're really about to turn things up. You got barbecuing, you got podcast people.
A podcast about barbecuing. It's something I think we could all listen to, learn a thing or two, but we are going to send it out to Al this morning. How's it going, friend?
You know, I am with food luminaries here. I have Brandon DeQueer. I have Casey Patton, or Patton as they say in Houston, and of course Brandon Hunt. The podcast is called Stirring the Pot. Casey, what is Stirring the Pot all about?
Well, basically, Stirring the Pot is all about teaching people how to cook, the science behind cooking, even the historical aspects of food, whether it's Cajun, background or not. And also, we also discuss all the controversial stuff with Cajun cooking, if your gumbo has tomatoes in it or not.
Whoa, yeah, you want to start a fight. You put tomatoes in gumbo.
Exactly. So basically, that's how we started. And we each have our own kind of input in the podcast. Brandon D over here is our food science nerd, and we have the barbecue master right here. So, I love history. So I love looking into why things are and where they came from. And I bake, too.
I love that. I love that. I might have a baking gig for you. Hey, Brandon, you like the science. What aspect of food, from a science standpoint, would surprise people?
Well, one of the things that's surprising is the frying process. The frying process is actually, when you fry food, you're actually steaming the food from the inside out. So the oil superheats the water inside the food and steams it from the inside out, and that steam pressure pushes the oil outside of the food so it doesn't become too greasy. So that's why frying at a low temperature will make your food greasy, and frying at a too high temperature that's too high will make your food hot on the outside, ice cold in the middle. So
that's amazing. I mean, I eat fries all the time. French fries, fried chicken. Who'd have thought? So this thing that you just said, it goes for everything? French fries, fried chicken, all that?
Right. They all basically work the same. You superheat the water inside to create steam to cook the food from the inside out. That's why it gives it a nice, moist and juicy texture. And that's how the frying. So that's why your frying temperature has to be perfect, so that you don't under either. If your oil's too cold, the oil will soak into the food and make it greasy. If it's too hot, it won't. It'll burn the outside without cooking steam in the food. So.
Okay, food is science. We just heard that from, he's an engineer, by the way.
Yeah, engineer by trade.
An engineer by trade. His passion is food. Hey, look what we learned about frying this morning. Fry me to the moon. Hey, going to go back to you in the studio. Frying.